Hey everyone, FPL Valentino here. Hope you had a good weekend. I don't know if you noticed the quality difference, or if there is. I'm using a new webcam. It's the YOLO Live or YOLO Cam S3. It's a pretty good webcam, so I picked that up. Hope the quality looks better. I'm trying out a new microphone. This was a microphone when I used to produce music and vocals. I'm not a singer, but I had a singer. Yeah, and this was the microphone I use, so it's a pretty decent one. If you notice difference, let me know. If you want me to go back to the other microphone, it sounds better, let me know. But yeah, just trying it out. Yeah, anyway, so this game week didn't do too badly. I'm just taking that off. 41 points. Yeah, so just a little green arrow. Like you, I probably had Dorgu on the bench. Unfortunately, that's okay. We'll get back to this. Let's do our memes. Our favorite part of the. So that's going. Oh, we're gonna. To be honest, Man City could have got beaten so much more. There was like 3 offsides. Donnarumma saved them a few times. Maguire hit the crossbar. But Man City, Pep, he didn't have his first choice lineup. Like, they're all Gornskis. I think Guardiola, Diaz, Nunes, O'Reilly are his main starting 4, and they're all out. So, you can expect their defense wasn't that good. Even their attack wasn't very good. So, interesting to see. Yeah, I haven't seen Marmoush in a while. Hopefully, he's a good player though, Marmoush, but hopefully he comes back from AFCON. See how they go. Savinho not doing well. I think he's injured again. Semenyo had a good 2 games. This one he didn't too much against Man United, but oh, that's funny. Looks a lot like this was just for the choose your team of the year. I think they stuffed up on some of the players, but that's alright. Just something little. Oh yeah. So Mbeumo saying bye to Amaramani when he gets back. It's Carrick. So yeah, he did really well on that game against City. Mbeumo. I'm trying to convince him to join Arsenal. Even Liverpool were trying to convince him, but he chose City in the end. So yeah, Guehi's now a Man City player. He'll probably play against Wolves, I reckon. Because their defense is in shambles and they've got so many injuries. So if you've got him from Palace, you can transfer him out, but if not, you can probably play him. He might play. He should play. New definition of it. Yeah, Fernandes doing well. He's killing it. Ugh, it's a good one when he won the FA Cup. You can see the clear difference. Oh, yeah, it's when Pep was going through a rough time. He got like 6-7 losses in a row, and oh yeah, they pretty much outmuscled Haaland. Haaland didn't even do much that game. So it's a good partnership, I reckon, Martinez and Maguire, because I know they complement each other well. You see all this is trying to say Arsenal they're in downfall sometimes, but look, they got a point where the Aston Villa, Man City, they dropped points again. So Arsenal still at the top. I think they'll probably win it this season, unless they bottle it again. Oh, this will be interesting. Carrick versus Arteta, so it should be a good game. But Arsenal at home, so it'll be a harder game. Definitely harder than Man City, I reckon, because Arsenal got their lineup, not many injuries, so it should be an interesting game. But yeah, just be interesting because Man United play really well, but then again, Pep didn't have his back line was just decimated, so it'll be interesting to see Manchester United how they go against Arsenal. But Manchester United still play well against Man City. So yeah, I thought I was confused when Wilson scored. I'm like, didn't they transfer him out? But he must have not got released, or I don't know. But yeah, he got them a winner, so that's good for Nuno, trying to get out of the relegation zone. Oh, it's a crazy stat. It's funny though, obviously because they've just started the year. Oh, it's pretty slack. I think one of their fans did that as well. So Tottenham not doing very well. We'll see how they go. Oh yeah, this was the AFCON, pretty crazy final. If you saw that, yeah, this is why we love football. He was like crying, and then after the game, literally like not long after, he's celebrating. So topsy-turvy emotions. I think this is in reference to the final where the penalty, and then they walked off for 10 minutes or something. I didn't see the whole game, but I just saw a bit of that. That's so dumb. I don't know if anyone remembers this game, Pro Evolution Soccer 6. It was a sick game. I actually preferred it over, I think, FIFA that year. I think it was 5. No, it might have been 5. I think John Aloisi was on the cover. If Theo's watching this, we used to have epic matches back in high school, and we played that. It's just a funny meme. The pen is upside down. The pen is blue. Yeah, it's just funny. I know, I just saw. It looks like the cameraman has snuck up him when he's taking a pic. Oh, it's funny. Kind of does a little bit. I'm a videographer, photographer as well, so it kind of does. I don't know if that's the actual accurate wages, but you expect him to get a bit of a price increase at Palace. Yeah, Palace in shambles, and then Munoz is going to come back. I wouldn't transfer him just yet. He's great FPL asset, but just maybe wait to see what's happening with Palace, because I think Glasner's going to leave. He's left, the captain. So yeah, there might be a downward trend in the way they play. So we'll see what happens. No, they're gonna unfreeze Roy Hodgson for him coming back to Palace. Cryogenize him. It's like Star Wars when Han Solo comes back. Or Mike Myers in Dr. Evil in Austin Powers. They unfreeze him. Oh yeah, it's funny. Yeah, that's what I mean. So Arsenal dropped points, but they still increase their lead at the top because Man City lost and Aston Villa lost. I think Liverpool drew. Oh yeah, very surprising from Villa. They're really strong at home, and then Barry came along, and it was a mistake by I think Martinez or the defender. I can't remember, but yeah, then he just chipped him. There you go. So. Oh yeah, so probably Liverpool were praying for this in January. They're like, oh, we're gonna get Semenyo, Guehi. Even some of my Liverpool friends are like, oh yeah, we're gonna get Semenyo. I'm like, oh, you never know, that might change. So yeah, and then they both went to City, so lots can happen in a few months. Oh yeah, so everyone thinks Man City are going to run right over Wolves. Well, they're going to eat them up. But I know Wolves have got a little bit of a better streak lately. So I don't think it's going to be like a 5-0 or anything like that. It'll probably be close to like a 2-1 or something. But we'll see what happens because, yeah, the underdogs Wolves might do well against them. So this is funny. It's like whoever wins the award, just either get sacked or they don't do well. So Emery got the award and then he lost at home. So it's just funny. Oh, okay, well that's cool. So Ronaldo knows well, but yeah, Carrick is very tactical. Is very smart. See how he goes. Oh yeah, so that's pretty much all. Oh wait, did Temu Declan Rice? Yeah, Gallagher being the Temu. Gallagher's a good player, even when he was at Chelsea. So maybe under Spurs or Frankie, he's not doing as well. But he might need to accustom himself getting back to the EPL life, being at Atletico. So we'll see how he goes. That's true. Oh, surprisingly, that's funny. Oh, yeah, Martinez is a bit shorter than Haaland, quite a bit shorter. So they did well against him. I think that's it. Yeah. All right, that's all the memes for this week. Hope you like those. All right, so let's get back to this. A bit annoyed Martinez didn't keep the clean sheet. I should have just Dubravka got even more points than him. He got so many save points, it was ridiculous. And I was close to transferring out Martinez to Sanchez. I probably should have just listened to my gut because Sanchez got a level pointer. But you know, I was like, all right, well, if Martinez doesn't play, I'll get Dubravka. But whatever, it's not the end of the world. It's fine. So my defense line doing pretty decently. Pretty much defense can save you. Like, they pretty much outscored my whole midfield. Well, that's 8, 16, 21 points, and my midfield got 8, 10. My midfield got 12. Along with my forwards, 12. Plus 6, 17. Yeah, so... Sorry, my maths. Yeah, my defensive line got more points than all these players. So sometimes defense, you know, if you play a back five some weeks, they can do better than your attackers. It's just, you got to check on the teams who they're playing, you know, their defensive record, clean sheets. But, you know, it's not always like this. But I'm a bit annoyed. Dorgu on the bench. But to be honest, not many teams had Dorgu starting because then Bremer was coming back, Ahmad, so I'm like, oh yeah, he probably won't start, let alone get a 15-pointer against City. But you know, that happens. If I put Dorgu as second sub, he would have came in for the Tarkowski. But looking at it, it's just a 7-point swing. If I put Dorgu for Cherky but you're not going to swap that like an attacker against. But yeah, that's what happens. It's okay. So, you know, Saka got benched again. Cherky got benched again. A bit annoying. But, yeah, it happens. But that's okay. 7 points off top 500k. So hopefully, you know, I get those points soon. Get in top 500. I reckon I'll get there. Just a bit of patience. Anyway, so let's look at my transfers, what I'm going to do. So I made my transfers a day or two ago. Anyway, so I'm going to look. I had it pretty much like that. So I did, because Guehi and Church, I went a bit early just because Guehi and Cherky were going down in price. And the players I wanted to buy were going up. So I did Guehi. I know he's gone to City and he's versing Wolves, but their defense is still a bit in shambles. So I went from Guehi to Mukiele. And then I did Cherky to Fernandez, but I was -1 short, so I had to use another one, and I just did. I'm annoyed with Villa and Martinez, so I just did Martinez to Sanchez. yeah, so I took a -4. I didn't really want to, but I kind of had to. Anyway, so I went in early on Fernandes because his price is going to go up. I know he's not versing Arsenal away, but I'd rather I might just have him on the bench as first sub because Arsenal's going to be a tough match, and I got to play the fixtures. So I might line up like that, just because Rodgers hasn't really scored the last few matches, and he's versing Newcastle away. Newcastle at home are pretty good. I think Mukiele has a high chance against West Ham getting DEFCON, and like you saw last week, like my defenders got more points than my midfield. So I might line up like this. I want to put Fernandes in, but against Arsenal away, it's going to be a tough match. So I'm kind of playing the fixtures at the moment. I'll probably I might put Dubravka in against Sanchez because Chelsea were lucky to keep a clean sheet, to be honest. I don't know how Brentford didn't score. Brentford should have scored 2 or 3. Should have been 2-2 or 3-2. And Dubravka got like so many save points, even though he didn't get a clean sheet. So my reasoning is, even if Dubravka doesn't get a clean sheet, he can get so many save points where, I don't know, I might play Sanchez because if they get a clean sheet and he makes a few saves, but I don't know, away at Palace, but then again, Palace not doing so well. But look, I brought him in for a reason, so the only thing is, Tottenham aren't doing that well and burning at home, so I don't know, I'll just weigh it up. My gut is telling me to go Dubravka and like that, because then next week I will swap like that. Like I'll have a very good lineup for this week. Like I'd have to play depending on Dorgu, but yeah, probably something like that. It's not set in stone, but yeah, I'll have a pretty good team for the next week, and then for the next few weeks. But I'm not going to go too ahead of myself. Try to play 1 week at a time, but then I try to get my players that have a decent run, and that are just good players, and then I just play it week by week, kind of. So yeah, that's kind of what I got for this week. Probably put the captain on Haaland, probably my last captain, because he's been blanking 4 or 5 weeks in a row now. I would have put it on Saka if he hasn't been getting benched lately, but his minutes are not secure. Or I could have done Thiago, but I think I'm just going to leave it on Haaland for this week, just as a last one. And then from next week on, I can play other captains if Haaland's not doing well, Man City are not doing well. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. So yeah, anyway, that's my team for this week. I might change it depending. I might put Fernandes in or Rodgers, or Sanchez, but I'm still deciding. And there's Champions League matches as well midweek, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, so let's go FPL Focal. Thanks, Oscar. So top transfers in. Yep. See, all Man United. Obviously they had a manager bounce with Carrick. And Carrick wasn't afraid. He benched Sesko, Cunha. So he's got a bit of a backbone. He just plays the way he wants to, and he put Mbeumo up front. And they did pretty well. So even though they got Arsenal, I think people getting him in for the next round of matches. And because price rises. So I would put Fernandes as number 1. Mbeumo, even Ahmad. Ahmad is a very good player. But yeah, Fernandes and Mbeumo are probably the most popular. And probably Dorgu will keep his spot. I think he played a full match. And he killed it. So, but yeah, if you can wait a week till Fulham, if you can. But some people are just going early and making that move. People getting Thiago back. Where's Brentford and Man United? Oh yeah, so after Arsenal, they got a pretty good run. Thiago, some people bringing him back in. Semenyo might be a good shout because I think Foden broke his hand. Pep revealed that's why he got hooked at halftime, I think, as well. And he wasn't playing that well too, but obviously because his hand, most likely. But even the 4 or 5 games before that, he blanked. But yeah, Semenyo could be a good transfer in, but I would wait because Man City's form isn't the best right now, and just wait for the Champions League matches. Obviously Gabriel, Chalobah's good defender for Chelsea. Chelsea's got good fixtures coming up. Even against Palace, they can keep a clean sheet because Palace are a bit all over the place. But then after Palace, they got West Ham, Wolves, Leeds. Like, they're the bottom 4 or 5 teams. And 3 home matches. Like, at the Bridge, they're pretty good at the Bridge, Stamford Bridge. So, get your Chelsea assets. Chalobah, Rice, Wirtz doing pretty well. He's starting to pick up form, Wirtz, but Liverpool's fixtures not the best, so I wouldn't transfer him in. But he's probably the most likely Liverpool player you'd bring in. Enzo, yep, and out of the Chelsea midfield, I wouldn't get Palmer. Palmer looked like he was holding his groin or his thigh. He doesn't look like he's 100%. I think he's still playing through the pain. And he's like reluctant to get surgery because maybe, I don't know, World Cup. I'm not sure, but he should do just what Reece James did and just get surgery, have time off, get it sorted. Otherwise, he's going to have niggling injuries with it. So we'll see what happens. Alright, so that's in. Let's check the out. Yep, obviously Foden, even Guay, he's out. I got him out because his price was going down, and I didn't want to be priced out of Fernandes, and I just wanted to keep a bit of team value. It's not everything team value, but I just saw the move. I'm like, yep, I'll make it early. Saka's been frustrating, but I think he's due. I don't know. I think he's just due a big haul. He has been a bit unlucky. But my patience is wearing out with him. So I'll see what happens in the Champions League if he doesn't play. Because if he doesn't play in the Champions League, that's a good sign that he'll start, hopefully, in the Premier League. But yeah, so just wait on that. But Manchester at home could be a good fixture. Leeds, Sunderland, they got decent fixtures. But, if he's not doing well, you can just go from Saka to Rice. Just better value because 10.1 million is a bit to spend. Cherky, I got Cherky out as well. It's just sometimes he starts, sometimes he doesn't. I think he'll start now that Foden's injured. There's quite a few injuries, so I was like, when I heard Foden got injured, I'm like, oh, maybe he'll start Wolves and he'll do well against Wolves. But I don't know. We'll see what happens there. Rodgers, he's not doing as well. I'm just going to keep Rodgers for a bit longer. He's not the end of the world. Where's Villa? But yeah, the fixtures are mixed. But, he's got Brentford home, Brighton home, Leeds home. Those fixtures are not too shabby, so I'll see what happens there. Obviously, Cunha doesn't seem to be in the starting 11 under Carrick. So, like I said, go Fernandes, either Fernandes, Mbeumo, or even Ahmed. Waltermata's out because him and Wissa are just taking minutes off each other. O'Reilly, Semenyo, Ekitike. Ekitike is not a definite sell. I'll just hold him because he seems dangerous. He just, I don't know how he's not picking up points. He's dodging points. In Bournemouth, they ship a bit of goals lately, so they might get some goals there, but we'll see how that goes. So that's that there. Let's look at Gameweek wrapped or overview. Similar's captain was Haaland. Blanked again. Most bought Gabriel. If you captain Gabriel, you would have more points than Haaland. Dorgu killed it at defender, getting the most points. Most XG, Soberslai, but he got a 0-pointer. Best attack, Liverpool, but I think they drew 1-1 against, I think it was it Burnley? I can't even remember. Yeah, 1-1 Burnley. She's crazy. Costulas, he got a nice bicycle kick in the last 10 minutes, I think. Jeremy Pino, match 6A. He's a decent player. Decent pick. Best defense. Newcastle, best defense. So you could pick up a Newcastle defender if you needed. Probably Chow. Chow is looking decent. Underperformer, Soboslai. So that's that. What else is there? Injuries. Polinia. Okay, that's all that. Oh wow, Tavernier's got a hamstring injury. I didn't even notice. And he just played. He scored the penalty. So, and I recommend that Tavernier is a good pick. But he might, yeah. We'll just check up on Tavernier. Because if hamstring injury, I didn't even realize. Illness, knock. Again. Okay. What else is there? Captaincy, everyone's got on Haaland. I think this is the last weekend to put on Haaland if he doesn't perform. You know, so you could even put it on. If Saka doesn't play midweek, even Saka's a captaincy shout because he should start then against United. Even Ekatike against Bournemouth, Thiago against Forest. You know, even Gabriel against Man United. They're good with their set pieces. So, you know, is there anything else? Can't see much else here. Clean sheet. Odds. Arsenal, Brentford, Chelsea, Liverpool, Sunderland got the best odds. Projected goals, Arsenal again, Newcastle. These aren't always correct, but it's just done by the AI or the NRMA or whatever. They do all their calculations. Alright, can't see much else. Alright, well I hope that helped. Hope you enjoyed the video. Good luck this week. What's the first game? West Ham, Sunderland. Oh yeah, that'll be a good one. West Ham got a bit of form lately. They turned the tide a little bit. So we'll see how that goes. But then we got some nice games here as well. So, alright. Well, anyway, hope you have a good one. And yeah, ciao, ciao. See you next time. Bye.